Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Yeah, you guys, we're doing a pound cake today, and I'm making, my husband loves banana nut bread or banana nut muffins. So I'm going to make a banana nut pound cake today. And I'm trying to decide, I will have decided by the time I get to the end of this video, if I want to do just a dusting of powdered sugar, or if I want to do some type of brown sugar glaze. I'm not sure, but I will have decided by the time I get through to the end of this video, and I may even ask him which does he prefer, okay? So this is what we'll be using today. We'll be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna skip around because I need to tell you everything that I have in here. I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I have 1 small box of vanilla pudding, and it is the 3.4 ounce box. And I have ½ teaspoon of baking powder. That's it, okay? So that's what's in here. 3 cups of flour, ½ teaspoon of baking powder, and the vanilla pudding. I've sifted all of these ingredients one time, okay? Y'all, I'm not using Swan's Down today. I've sifted all of those ingredients one time. Then I'll also be using ½ teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna go on and put that in my mixer with my 1 block of cream cheese. And you guys, I went on ahead and put my cream cheese in my mixing bowl because oftentimes I forget to do that, okay? In the beginning, I forget to do that. Let's see. I have 5 large eggs. They are room temperature. My cream cheese is also room temperature. And then we'll only be using 1 stick of unsalted butter today. It too is room temperature. I used 3 medium large ripe bananas, and you guys, they were like really ripe because they had gotten old. I put them in the freezer. I took them out of the freezer, so once they unthawed, they were like really soggy and soft, and they continue to kind of drain, so I have them sitting here, but they are really ripe, okay? I just didn't want all of that juice in there, I don't think. So here are my 3 bananas, and I've just kind of smushed them up. And then I have some vanilla extract here. You guys know I don't mind tasting my batter, so I'm going to taste it to see if I need it since I'm putting the vanilla pudding. And I also have some banana extract, and I'm going to definitely use this at least maybe, you know, I'm kind of heavy-handed, so it'll probably be at least a couple of teaspoons. But again, I'm going to taste my batter to see what it's tasting like, to see if I have enough of that banana flavor, or see banana extract, or see if I need to add some more vanilla. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I really like to taste the flavor in my cakes, or pretty much anything that I make. I don't like people to I like people to know what flavor they're tasting. And when I do my cakes, my husband, my dude number 1, he doesn't know what kind of cake I'm making. So I like when he comes in for him to be able to taste it and tell me what he's tasting. Now y'all, sometimes he hit or miss. Y'all already know. It just depends. But for the most part, I like for him to be able to come in and tell me what he's tasting. Okay, so I also have 1/4 cup of milk. It is room temperature. And you guys, because banana nut, I'm adding some pecans, and this is about 1 cup of pecans. I toasted or roasted the pecans on 350 for maybe about 5 minutes. Just kind of keep an eye on it because you don't want to scorch your pecans. Y'all, toast your nuts. toast roast your nuts. I chopped them up kind of small because I'm trying not to do, you know, have big huge hunks. And I'm going to fold those in along with the bananas, okay? So I think that's everything that we'll be using. My oven is preheating to 325 degrees. Of course, I have thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands because that's just nasty. Now I'm going to add my 1 stick of butter, and I will bring you guys closer in just a second. I'm going to add this 1 stick of butter that's good and soft to my mixing bowl, along with my 8 ounces of cream cheese. I've already added the ½ teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add some of my banana extract. That smells so good. That's probably going to be about a tablespoon. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start mixing up my butter, cream cheese extracts, and salt. I'm going to cream or mix this up just a few seconds, maybe about 30-40 seconds by itself before I start adding my 3 cups of sugar. Did I tell you guys I was using 3 cups of sugar? I cannot remember. I'm going to mix this up just a few minutes to get it, a few seconds to get it incorporated, and then I'm going to slowly start adding my 3 cups of sugar, okay? Now I'm going to cream my butter, my sugar, my cream cheese. I usually cream for about 10 minutes, and I do set a timer. When you're creaming, you guys, you don't want to skimp on this part. It makes a difference in the outcome of your cake, okay? Take the time to cream the butter, the sugar, the cream cheese. You don't want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your mixing bowl, okay? So you guys just set your timer, walk away, do something else. Now, I do usually have to stop a couple of times to scrape down the sides of my bowl, because you'll notice that the butter and cream cheese and sugar, it starts collecting on the sides of your bowl, which means if it's up here on the sides of your bowl, it's not getting properly creamed, okay? So take the time to do that. It can also affect the outcome of your cake. Your cake can be gummy. Have you ever seen a cake that the inside of it looks gummy? It can cause your cake to just not turn out right. It makes a difference, okay? All right. So I'm going to start mixing this up, like I said, a few seconds by itself, and then you'll see me slowly start adding these 3 cups of sugar. Now, once I get the sugar added and get everything creamed, I'm going to stop and show you what light and fluffy looks like. You do want this to look light and fluffy. So once I get through creaming, I'm going to stop, come back, and I'm going to show you exactly what light and fluffy should look like. Also, when I cream on high. So this mixture is usually set on about 8.5. And again, we're going to cream for 10 minutes. Alright, we are done creaming, and looking light and fluffy, okay? So that's what you want to be looking like. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to start adding my eggs one at a time. And I only mix just a few seconds in between each egg, long enough for that yolk to break up and pretty much disappear. So after I get through adding the eggs, then you will notice I'm going to turn the mixer down to low. So this one will be on about 2. I'm going to turn the mixer down, and then I'll start adding my flour. I don't have much milk to alternate with, so I'll add some flour, I'll add that milk, and then I'll finish out with the flour. Now, had I had a cup of milk, I would have continued to alternate, and you always want to start with your dry ingredients, your flour. You want to end with your dry ingredients, your flour, okay? But again, since I just have a little bit of milk, you'll see me add some flour, then I'll add that milk, and then I'll finish out with the rest of the flour. Now, once I turn the mixer down and start adding the flour, I'm not going to mix. Once I get the last little bit of flour added, I'm not going to mix long, because I'm going to continue mixing by hand as I add in my bananas and my pecans, okay? You do not want to over mix. Again, the same rules can apply. Y'all, you can just mess up your cake. You can make your cake fall. You can make your cake too dense. Yeah, I think pound cakes have a certain density or denseness to them already. But you can just make matters worse. So don't over mix. And then at the end of the day, I think sometimes pound cakes have a mind of their own, and you will be like, I've done everything right. I didn't overmix. I didn't do that. I did do this. And then something still happens. But when it does, just keep baking. Don't let it discourage you, okay? I do want to remind you, make sure your ingredients are always fresh. Always check the dates on like your baking powder, because it does get old, and a lot of times you don't realize it, okay? That can definitely make your cake fall or not rise like it should. So make sure you check your dates on all your stuff, okay, that you're using. And then there's a part of me, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, I feel, this is just me, I feel like ingredients are not like they used to be. I do. I just feel like with everything that's going on, I just believe that our ingredients are not like they used to be. Y'all, that's just me. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? All right. So we're going to start adding these eggs, and we're going to add the flour, and then we're going to mix it up. Okay? So just watch me. smell banana extract. Ooh, got that all on my finger. That banana extract smells so good. Okay. In the meantime, I have thoroughly sprayed my cake pan with Baker's Joy. This is stoneware from Pampered Chef. I've had this for years and years and years and years. For a long time. And you guys, I think I want to add a little bit of a like a sugar coating on the outside of it, just because I want to. Y'all, that's all. This is just plain sugar. That's all it is. I'm just adding it on the outside, so it'll kind of show up on the outside of my cake, you guys. Hopefully. Hopefully. See if I'm not adding too much. Okay. I just was in the mood to do that all of a sudden. Okay. So now I'm going to add my bananas. So y'all see all that juice that was left in here? I see that. Trying to show you without dumping it everywhere. I don't know if that'll be too much, adding too much liquid to my cake batter, so that's why I didn't pour that in there. And while I'm at it, we're going to take a few of these little pecans, and I'm just putting it down in the pan like that. Okay, that's all I did. Why? Just because I want to, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I just felt like doing that all of a sudden. Okay. The rest of these will go in to the batter. And you don't have to use nuts if you don't care to. Again, my husband loves pecans. You can also do walnuts if you prefer. We're just not, we don't necessarily care for walnuts. I mean, they're okay, but our preference, or shall I say his preference, is pecans. So, and we're just gonna fold those in as we continue to mix, making sure I scrape the bottom to get everything thoroughly mixed up. Okay. Oh, this smells so good. Okay. Y'all look at this batter. Ooh. When I tell you it smells delicious. Delicious. So now we're just going to add it to our bundt pan. Let me lower you guys just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. This bowl is heavy. Y'all, that's some good tasting batter. I don't know. I might not need to, I don't know. Still trying to decide if I want to do a glaze or just keep it simple, because that's good. That is delicious like it is. Okay. This is stoneware. Definitely can't slam it on the countertop. So, all right, we're going in. Ooh, it smells so good. Oh, 325 degrees. I'm gonna set my timer for an hour and 15 minutes, but I'll let you know exactly how long it baked once it's done. You guys, we had baked about an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't expect it to bake that long. I even covered it with some foil so it wouldn't get too dark. So now we're going to sit here and cool for at least 10 before we flip. We are flipping. Hot, hot, hot. And there we are. Pretty, pretty. So now we're gonna keep cooling. And you guys, I am really, believe it or not, I'm leaning towards just a simple glaze because that cake batter was so good before I baked it, and I just don't want to take away from it. And like I said, my husband loves the banana nut bread muffins, and they don't really have anything on the top. So I'm leaning towards just doing a real simple glaze. And I can't ask him about it because remember, I don't want him to know what kind of cake it is. I want him to be able to taste the flavor when he bites into it. So I think we're going to keep it simple. I really do. I think that's what we're going to do. Keep it simple and just do a simple glaze. And call it a day. I think I'm going to keep it real simple today. Okay, I'm getting ready to show you how quick and easy it is to make a glaze. I always do my glazes by hand. I mix by hand. There's no need for me to pull out a mixer. I've decided I'm going to do a real simple brown sugar glaze. I don't want the glaze to really get like hard, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter. Maybe a couple of tablespoons. So we'll start with a couple of tablespoons of unsalted butter. Well, and then I'll add, let's see, and I don't usually measure, but I'm trying to do a little measurements. Let me do about 2 tablespoons of brown. This is the light brown sugar. Hope you guys can see me. See what I'm doing? Just barely. Move you back a little bit. And down. Okay. So 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Gonna kind of mush that up a little bit with the butter. Okay. Now I'm just going to add about, let's see, that's about a cup of powdered sugar, about a cup of powdered sugar to the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Alright. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of my vanilla extract. Just a little drop or 2. Just a little bit. And then just a little bit of my banana extract, okay? Okay. So now when you add your milk, add just a little bit at a time. I like for my glaze to start off kind of thick because it helps me get it smooth, okay? So maybe a couple of tablespoons to start off with. If that's too thick where I can't stir it, then I'll add a little bit more. But again, you want to add it slowly because once you add it, you can't take it out. And if you add too much, then you're going to have to add more sugar to fix it, okay? So we're going to add just a little bit more. Okay, so you see how I've got it kind of thick? So once it's thick like that, that helps me smooth it, okay? And then I just stir, stir, stir. Get it smooth. And I normally like a thick glaze because I'm a glaze girl. But y'all, I don't think this cake does not need all of that. Again, I want it to kind of be more muffin style, if you will, without a whole lot of icing, okay, or glaze. Just don't need too much, okay. All right, so now I've gotten it a little looser, and I've gotten it as smooth as I want it. So now I'm gonna thin it out a little bit more. And just like that, you guys, we have a glaze. That's it. Easy peasy. Now what I will do is taste it to make sure that I have enough of whatever, enough of my flavoring in it. That's good. Taste that hint of banana. Okay. So now we'll just drizzle it on and then let the cake cool a little bit more. You guys, I even see the little sprinkles of the sugar. When I brushed that brown sugar glaze, when I brushed it in, it kind of soaked it up. Y'all, I'm a glaze girl, so I need to be able to see something. So I just got a little bit more powdered sugar, and I just added a little bit of Cold Stone creamer to it. That way I'll be able to see some glaze, and I made it really thin. See that? Okay, and I'm just gonna add this, so just cause I need to see something, y'all. I need to see it, okay? I need to see a little bit more glaze, y'all. Banana nut pound cake with a simple banana brown sugar glaze. It is time.
watching you.
You doing something behind my back?
No, why would I do that? Looking at what you doing.
Seems like we haven't done this in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you made a piece of cake. Girl, I found myself losing weight. Get back on your grind and get me. What's this?
Oh. You tell me.
Look like butter pecan cake. Look like butter pecan, look. I'm gonna find out what it tastes like though.
Don't get too close. Wait a minute, let me show them
What's a pretty
how
smell?
the piece look.
Let me smell it.
Get your big nose out the way.
Let me smell it, baby. Let me smell it.
Get that so you.
Oh, I grew a little bit since y'all last seen me. That's why I keep being taller than
Back up a little bit. Why you have to put your nose all in it?
Wait a minute. I smelled this before. I smelled this before. You know what this smell like?
What does it smell like?
Banana nut bread.
Smell like banana nut bread.
It's good. Oh, Lord.
What it tastes like?
Don't taste like banana nut bread.
Huh?
It tastes like banana. No. It tastes good.
What it tastes like?
Like. It's good. I feel like it's been forever since I ate a piece of
I
cake.
know. That's good. Yeah.
What is this one?
Banana nut. Banana nut pound. You taste the banana and it has the pecans in it. I was talking about how you love the banana nut muffins. Like
it looked like it.
I know it, and I didn't want to, as much as I'm a glaze girl, I was trying not to go too heavy, do too much with the glaze. I did one glaze that was like a brown sugar glaze. And then I came back and did, because I needed it, you know, I brushed it into the cake. I needed to see something, so I went back with just a plain white glaze. It is, and it is good.
It is.
It tastes like banana nut.
Maybe.
Huh?
It's just been a long time since I ate a piece of cake, but.
Can you move to the right a little bit? Thank you. Y'all. And see, even the nuts cooperated and didn't just all sink to the bottom. And it, you know, those, when I took those bananas out, those frozen bananas, that's why I took them out. That I took out of the freezer this morning. This is good, y'all. I purposely didn't, and it kind of has, is the outside a little, because I put sugar on, I put like a sugar coating on the inside of the pan before I put it in there, so it kind of has like, does it have a little crunch on the outside?
I have a little good on it.
That little good on it. Okay, I'll take that. Y'all, this is good.
And this is a.
That's good.
This is a coffee piece of cake here.
Although you don't drink coffee.
I would say with ice cream. Yeah, I would eat ice cream with this.
That's good, you guys. So
this is really good.
And I purposely, I didn't want to do. I know some people do regular sugar and brown sugar when they're making it, but I just wanted to do all the white granulated sugar. But
it looks like it too.
It's good, and it has cream. It was made with cream cheese.
So it is moist.
So, okay, you guys, well, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
And hit the nosy.
That's turning on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we're doing whatever it is we're doing over here, be it in the kitchen, outside, in the yard, somewhere out looking for patio furniture, whatever we're doing.
Shake something. Shake something. Shake something. Just shake something.
We already look forward to you joining.
We're shaking it.
We already
Make it.
Stop. Okay. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye. Can you say bye?
Hit the nosy.
You done said that one time.
Hit it again.
Bye, y'all.